And up next here we got probably the worst fight on the card in my opinion. Not really sure why it's on the main card, but Tanner Boser taking on Aleksa Kamer. And Tanner Boser, his career's kind of been in a free fall since 2021. He's 1-4 in his last 5 fights. He dropped down to 205 for his last fight, and it was kind of a disaster. He got finished early in the first round, and he is, I believe, on the final fight of his contract. Actually, I know that for a fact. I heard him talk about it. So he has to win here to retain his job and re-up on another contract. So he has a lot of, what's the word? He has a lot of incentive to get the victory. And for Aleksa Camur, we've seen Camur in the octagon, but it hasn't been 2 years. He suffered an injury heading into his fight with John Alon, which was November 2021. And I believe he had some nerve issues in his elbow that was causing atrophy in his hand, and it would seem like a pretty serious injury, but he's fixed it up now, and hopefully we can expect a better version of Kamer on Saturday night. Kamer has to bounce back. He has 2 losses in a row, so if he loses this one, I think he'll be out of a job, but he's 27 years old, so he could have improved during this layoff, and he still has a lot of tread on the tires if he does come back and has been in the gym working. Tanner Boser, he's a proficient striker, good basics. He's a solid jab, hard leg kicks, and Boser will feint his way in a range with a big right hand and decent ability to fight off the back foot with his length, but doesn't to me have the best speed, especially at 205. I feel like at 285 or a heavyweight, 265, he had a lot more speed. Like he was a lot faster than a lot of the bigger heavyweights that were closer to 265 pounds. But unless Kamer can establish the leg kicks early, I feel like he's going to be at a big footwork disadvantage. So he needs to do that. He always seems to always be active and come with the leg kicks. And Kamer is pretty heavy on his lead leg. I've seen Kamer check some kicks, so potentially Bozer is going to have to deal with getting his kicks checked a couple times, but that's what he has to do to even the playing field, I believe. But one thing about Bozer that he does have is he has a steady pace and great cardio, so he can keep the pressure on guys, get them tired, and then beat them down the stretch. And he is going to be happy to be in a stand-up fight here, more than likely. Most of his losses have primarily been with guys holding him down, and his takedown defense is not good and doesn't really offer anything off of his back. And this fight, he probably isn't going to have to deal with someone trying to take him down. It's probably going to be a striking fight, and that's what he's going to want to do. And Kamer, finesse fighter, good footwork, and I think being in the big cage is going to help out his style. He uses his jab well. He keeps guys on the outside with his movement, sets up the big 1-2s, 1-2-1s off the jab, and he throws fast 3-2s, 2-3s, 1-3s, 1-2-1s, and other hand combos. He mixes up the target to attack the body, and I would say that Kamer has very good boxing skills, especially for 205, but he lacks power. He doesn't kick much. He will throw some fast kicks out there. I've seen him, throw some head kicks, front kicks, and it looks like he has speed and the ability to do it, but doesn't throw too many kicks. On the Contender Series, he did get a flying knockout win, which was impressive, but he is primarily a boxer. His last fight, he did box Nigger Mariano's face off, but Nikolai Nigger Mariano, gassed him out with the pressure, eating all of his shots, walked him down, and Kamer, his hands started to drop. He got lazy, and the wild hooks overhands of Nigger Mariano started to land much more. And Kamer, he's a slick, skilled striker, and maybe as he ages, he'll acquire some more power. But that's the one gripe I would have on him right now is he doesn't have the power, so guys can pressure him, get him tired, and he doesn't have the best cardio. He's a taxing style with a lot of movement, a lot of longer hand combinations, so he can slow down. His hands will go low, and he absorbs damage. He hasn't been finished yet, though, so definitely is a tough dude. You know that banging with Stipe Miocic is going to give you some durability and grittiness. And he isn't a wrestler. I mean, sometimes he'll look for doubles, but usually that's only when the pressure is getting to him and he's getting tired. And his wrestling is pretty ineffective. I really doubt that he's going to wrestle here. One thing that Bozer may have taken from the fight with Nikolai Negremariano is that Nikolai did hold him against the cage pretty easily, and Camur didn't do the best job of working off the fence. So maybe Bozer will try to hold him against the cage and use his size. But I personally, honestly, I see this as an easy fight for Kamer if he has made the necessary adjustments as far as cardio and maybe getting a little bit bigger for the weight class. He's the faster guy. He's the better boxer. He's more dynamic, clean striker. He's probably the better wrestler. And Bozer's going to have to hope that his leg kicks can add up. His experience and pressure can tire out Kamer. And I think Kamer's foot speed and hand speed is going to be too much, though. And I think he's going to hit and not get hit. I wouldn't be shocked if he knocked out Bozer, but I'm going to say he ends up winning a decision just due to what he's mostly done in his career. And I want to see how Kamer looks on the scales. I want to see how he looks during media day, just because he's had a long layoff, and I just want to see, where I think his head's at and how I think he looks physically. But if he looks good, then I feel like Kamer is a pretty good bet here, and probably will be able to get the win fairly easily over Bozer by decision.